I'm Melissa.
Hi, I'm Jillian.
Hi, I'm David.
And together we're DISventures. I have several medical conditions that limit my mobility. I call myself an ambulatory wheelchair user. I use a wheelchair or a mobility scooter anytime I'm outside the house in order to get around. I like to say that we're a disability lifestyle and travel.
We do videos on theme parks, cruise ships, and other places that we visit.
So come with us on our next adventure.
To get on a Carnival cruise.
Okay, so trying new things on a cruise is something that you'll be able to do. Like cruise ships have lots of things. So this is a turmeric coffee from their coffee shop.
Cove
Cafe on the Disney Wonder, and I'm about to try it. I'm a little scared. Go help your father. Can you get by?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm a little scared.
Okay. Shh. I want to see what's in that gray backpack.
If you like savory stuff, that is amazing. I normally like sweet coffees, but I really like it. If you like turmeric, you're gonna like it. So,
Clarissa told you would.
try new stuff on your cruise. I did really like the turmeric coffee. It was a surprise. And I have since bought turmeric tea since we've been home. So always try new things when you're on a cruise ship. Debarkation morning is always sad, and here's breakfast. It's debarkation morning, and we are in Triton's having our debarkation breakfast.
Well, technically we're waiting for breakfast.
Yeah, well, we have our coffee. Soda for those of us that don't really drink coffee. I'm getting ready to pour in my cream. And mix it up. I already had some coffee this morning. I don't know. Which backpack did you have?
The gray one with the Mickey's on it. Oh, it's in front.
It wasn't the best breakfast that we had on board, but it was, decent for debarkation day. Right, Jillian?
Yeah, it was.
Basic,
It was like basic
American
Disney
eggs,
food.
eggs and bread, and it was pretty good though. We said goodbye to our wait staff, and I got pictures with all of them. They were amazing.
She cried.
Well, I always cry leaving the ship. It's such a sad morning, debarkation morning. Always sad. So they call debarkation by your luggage tag that you get. So make sure you pay attention to that when you're debarking a cruise ship. Debarkation time! Oops, sorry. Disney uses Disney characters for their debarkation tags. I mean, what else would you expect?
It's cute to have the characters on your luggage.
We are off the ship and in the parking garage and getting our stuff all packed up in our car. And we're going to be headed to a hotel for a couple of days. Our trip is kind of not over yet. But we are off, getting packed up. Thanks so much for watching all of our videos and supporting us, guys. Have a magical day. So we left New Orleans and headed to Baton Rouge for a couple of days to spend a couple days in the hotel room, do laundry, and get ready for our next trip. So now here is a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Surfshark, a VPN. It is so important nowadays to protect your internet privacy and your data, especially if you're out using public networks. We do this using Surfshark. It's a VPN that allows you to protect this information when using public networks. If you subscribe through our link below, you will get 2 months free and a discount on your plan, and we will make a small commission. Okay, so we went to this kind of crappy cheap hotel in Baton Rouge for a couple of days because we had arranged for a flight out of Houston, for Jillian and I to fly to California for the next leg of our trip, which was a Carnival cruise.
We stayed at a what Dad calls a DHM, which if you've seen any cop shows, you know what that is.
The Dead Hooker Motel. So yes, it was kind of a cheap, crappy hotel, but we just needed a place to crash for a couple of days. We did laundry, and it was still Mardi Gras, and so all over southern Louisiana, they were celebrating Mardi Gras. We missed the parades in Baton Rouge a few days earlier, so we didn't get to see the Baton Rouge Mardi Gras parade, but that's okay. I really like the freeways in that part because it's surrounded by water. You can see water everywhere. I love all the water. I'm such a water girl.
Well, you were born and raised a little bit in California,
So we got a king cake, which is something that you celebrate Mardi Gras with. And we ate some of that for in the hotel room and for breakfast. And then
I still don't understand the purpose of putting the baby in it.
I don't know. It's something about whoever finds the baby wins something. Or I don't know. Or is required to supply the cake the following year or something. I'm not exactly sure.
Can someone from Louisiana explain that to us in the comments, please and thank you?
So then we drove from Baton Rouge to Houston. And then
Dad dropped us off at the airport and then drove home.
Yes, David continued on driving home on his own. And Jillian and I got on an airplane. And masks were still required at this point in time in March.
Sad face.
Yes, so you will see masks in all of the upcoming photos and videos for the airplane. So we got on an airplane and we flew to California. We did have a stop in Phoenix where we had a layover. So we were at home, like at our home airport for a layover, which was kind of weird.
I still think that's funny. Wait, we're going to Sky Harbor and then continuing on to California? How long's that layover?
Yes, we were there for a couple of hours.
Like we could have gone to visit some family members, like gotten out of the airport.
Yeah, but we didn't. We just stayed at the airport. Fun times. Have a layover in Phoenix. But yeah, we had a layover in Phoenix, and then we got on our flight to go into Long Beach. I've been flying into Long Beach lately because it's actually been cheaper than any of the other Southern California airports. More cost effective. Better use of my finite resources.
And it's like easier to get through.
Well, it's a smaller airport.
Right.
So
there's less people flying out of it.
Or into it.
Right.
Like, it took hardly any time to get our luggage. Because, like, I have to wait.
They have two carousels for luggage. They have two.
Well,
One and two.
I pretty much normally have to wait until everybody else is off the plane to get off. Because, especially, like, there in Long Beach, they don't have a jetway. They have one of the old school ramps that they have to push up to the...
all outside.
It is. So they can bring a wheelchair up to me, but it's not super easy. So
it's not super wide either.
Right, but they can do it.
If
you cannot walk, they can do it. But I was walking down, but I take so long. I wait till everybody else gets off the plane. I also have to wait for them to pull out whatever device I brought with me, which on this trip was my wheelchair. So I just had to wait for them to bring out my wheelchair.
Because her scooter wasn't charging.
Yeah. So...
Which... That's been a whole thing.
Yes, it has been. But...
We should do a video about that.
We will. So... And then I had to go to the bathroom. And so we did... By the time we got out there, our luggage was not only off the carousel, and the carousel was shut down... But we were like one of the only suitcases left out there. Like there
it was near the office where the administrators sit.
Yeah, like it was crazy. Like our luggage was sitting there waiting for us.
And when I
Also,
went to go,
Southwest had started serving alcohol again at this point, so we could have gotten alcohol if we wanted to,
meh.
but neither of us wanted to. But
Neither one of us is big drinkers.
we're not. So, and alcohol in airplanes is so expensive. Anyway,
$5 for like a tiny drink. That's no.
super expensive.
That's a no.
So yeah, so we get in, we get off the plane, we get a lift to our hotel, and we're staying in a hotel, as David calls it, the Dead Hook. It's basically like a cheaper hotel. And then we went to downtown Disney one of the days while we were there. We went and looked at the lobbies at a couple of the hotels because it had been a while since we'd been in there. We went to the Disneyland Hotel. We went to the Grand Californian. We took some pictures in downtown Disney.
Just as an FYI, and this is really random, but if you're not familiar with the Grand Californian, it's very easy to get lost.
Yeah, that's another trip. We had lunch down there, and then we went back to our hotel, which we were working while we were in our hotel for those couple of days. And then we were getting ready for our Carnival cruise, which is going to be coming up in our next series of videos. And thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video or go live.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Pinterest.
You can support us on our Patreon. We have tiers starting at $1 per month.
Thank you for all your support. If you want to see more, click the video in your right-hand corner.